This podcast contains strong language and adult situations. If that's not your thing, you've been warned.
Welcome to the Fuck My Work Life podcast.
I'm Jay.
And I'm Kay.
Have you ever had a bad day at work?
Well, in this podcast, we share your weird, wonderful, and sometimes horrific stories from the workplace.
Which may leave you thinking, maybe you don't have it so bad after all.
Let's get into it.
Let's do this. Hey, fuckers. Welcome back.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to our show.
Our show.
This is our podcast.
Episode 3, motherfucker.
That's right. And you're listening to it right now. Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining us again on Fuck My Work Life.
Once again, Big Dick Dangler, Host Strangler here. Yeah.
Okay. And on that note, I don't know. Hi. I feel a little out of it at the moment. Again, brain doesn't work well anymore. So you get what you get, everybody. That's
right.
That's just the way the cookie crumbles. I'm not. Who was that? Walter Cronkite? Walter Cronkite?
And that's
the way the cookie crumbles.
He sounds weird.
He's a weirdo, that Walter Cronkite. Okay. So thank you for coming back and joining us. Couple housekeeping things.
Housekeeping.
Oh, actually, first, before we get into that, how are you, Jay?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm just going to keep telling myself that till I believe it.
Yep.
Or just keep drinking. Either way has the same effect. I mean, actually, drinking has a bigger effect. But yeah, whatever. Nothing's changed. Everything's the same. Just trying to deal with it as far as life goes.
Well, it's all you can do.
That's all you can do.
Just keep moving forward.
Keep on moving. Don't stop. No. There's one for you 70s and 80s.
Look, this
babies.
ain't La La Land, okay? This is a podcast.
Do you guys remember going to the roller rink and skating to that when you were a child? Okay. Hi, Ghost.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Welcome to the podcast, Mr. White Cat. It's a little housekeeping.
Housekeeping.
You want me fluff pillow? I don't know if we have to pay to put that clip from the movie in here.
Probably.
I'll just keep saying it badly. Okay, so housekeeping. So our 1 year podiversary is on March 3rd. So this will be coming out before that. And we're going to try to do a podiversary episode. It's going to be the week after our actual 1 year anniversary of being cool podcasters.
Yeah, man.
So hopefully we're
be basically famous.
Mm-hmm. Oh, nope. Food didn't work. That little shitbird. So anyway, you're just going to hear our cat. What we would love for you all to do, our wonderful fuckers, our listeners, is send us a voicemail. If you have a message or something you'd like to say to us, leave it on our voicemail, 310 shit. What is it?
818-3273. That's 310-818-3273.
Yeah, leave us a little podiversary message or send us a message.
Money or a car or
pallet of the beer that shall not be named.
Yeah, that one beer.
No, but send us a message, or if you want to ask us a question. If you want to ask us why can't I say that? If you want to
ask us
a question, you can do that on Twitter at FMWLpod or on our voicemail, which is the number we just said. Leave us a message. Ask us a question. What is wrong with me?
Well,
Why don't you,
You can
say
fix
it?
a whole lot of things, but you can't fix stupid.
Why don't you say that? Because apparently I can't.
You can ask us a question.
Yes.
If you would like to ask us a question, you can ask us a question.
Now you're just showing off.
Yeah, I know, because I can speak normally.
Ask us a question.
Ask us.
Do that thing that we're saying.
Ask us a question.
We would love that.
Holy shit, I almost fucked it up.
See?
Ask us.
That's fucking karma. Okay. So, yes, podiversary episode.
1 year podiversary. It's coming up March 3rd.
I can't believe it's been a year already.
I feel like for our podiversary, we should have like a special episode, and
of what though?
I don't know.
We'll discuss it and we'll figure something cool out.
Sounds good.
In the meantime, if you just want to send us a message or do what?
Ask us a question.
That thing. Do that for now.
Yes.
So,
and we will try to answer.
That's right. If
we don't mean like any question, like,
I don't know, any
what
question.
Is black matter? I don't want no shit like that because I don't know that it's.
I don't know. That could be fun.
It's basically.
Ask us.
Damn, you can't say ask us anything.
Ask us work advice and we'll give you real bad work advice.
Yeah, I live bad work advice. I live it.
And on that note, everybody, work sucks.
It does.
We're drinking.
And we drink because we work.
That's right.
At least I do. I drink for other reasons. Like I just got home or I just woke up.
I mostly drink because I work. I'm like, I'm not going to drink. I'm not going to drink. Nope. I'm going to just drink on the weekends. And then I go to work. And at the end of the day, I need a goddamn beer.
Yeah.
Even after yoga, I'm like, okay, I'm going to do my yoga. And my reward for doing my yoga after work is a beer.
That's right.
So
I usually wake up on Saturday morning and I'm like, fuck, I have today and tomorrow. And then I have to go back to work.
I'm going to drink.
So I drink.
But on that note, what exactly are you drinking today?
Today, I'm drinking Stone Brewing Scorpion Bowl IPA. It says a punch to the stinger.
Who's stinger? Do they mean penis?
They could mean penis. It hasn't punched my penis yet. But
this beer will punch you in the penis.
You got to find that motherfucker first. So,
oh,
wow. I'm sorry. I'm Big Dick Dangler, Ho Strangler.
That's right.
You could just swing wildly. You're gonna hit it every time because it's just everywhere. This shit just everywhere.
Wow.
It's 7.5% alcohol by volume, and it is a 12 fluid ounce bottle.
That's right. Is it tropical flavored or what is the Scorpion? Just a name.
Yeah, it's pretty hoppy. I think that's what it is. But it's not like some of the IPAs that I drink, and I don't drink that many because they're not my favorite. But some of them I drink, like I take a drink and the hoppy it sticks around for like 5-6 seconds. It goes away pretty quick.
Yeah. I feel like Stone's beers in general tend to be on the hoppy side.
They all are.
Even their non-IPAs. Do you want to know what I'm drinking?
I don't really give a shit, but go ahead.
Wow.
No, I'm kidding.
Wow.
Yes, Kay. What are you drinking tonight?
Yes, Kay. I am drinking Garage Brewing.
That's Garage for those of our UK listeners.
The Garage Brewing Mango Hefeweizen. They are out of good old Temecula, California. Oh, I lied. Murrieta, but their tasting room is in Temecula. Same fucking thing. Murrieta, Temecula.
Same shit.
It is 5.5% alcohol. I actually really love this beer. I've been drinking it for a while. So many times you get a beer that says it's a certain flavor and you drink it and you're like, no, it's not. But this one definitely has a mango flavor.
I've had that one before. It's
not hoppy at all. Tiny bit sweet, but not too much.
It's true to its name.
I like it. Yeah. Good job, Garage Brewing.
Good job.
Way to go with your burr.
Bar.
So yeah, that's what we're drinking today. We drink because we work. Use the hashtag we drink because we work if you want to share what you're drinking with us.
And also give us beer suggestions. And like we kind of do, like when we do the craft brewing, we kind of do the local breweries, but
brewers. It's a hard word to say.
That's a hard word.
Brewers.
Brewers.
It's like rural.
Brewers.
I want to go to the rural brewery. Okay, sorry. Go ahead. I derailed you.
We should open a brewery.
Podcast brewery. It's called podcast
brewery. Rural brewery.
rural brewery, and we'll have a
And then after you have your third pint at our brewery, if you can say rural brewery and it sound normal and not slurred, you get a free pint. Because like 3 pints, people are gonna be like rural brewery.
Yeah. And you're get out of our brewery, but give us your money first.
No, they don't have to get out. They just have to pay for the next pint. They don't get it free.
All right, fine. We'll workshop this a little bit.
I mean, it's a fucking solid business plan.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how we're going to open it or how we're going to make the beer, but when we do,
this is what's going to happen.
We could have. All right, fucking just keep me on track.
Okay, Jay.
I'm fucking going off the rails.
We're enjoying this new segment in season 3 called Weekly Distraction. What is distracting you from your daily work life this week, Jay?
Nah, I think you should go first. I always go first.
Okay, I will go first. My weekly distraction, and this is, I guess, kind of meant to be, kind of a recommendation type of thing. The one thing that keeps my mind somewhat sane at work is listening to podcasts. Actually, I practice what I preach. I listen to a lot of podcasts, and before I listened to a lot of the mainstream podcasts before we started podcasting and we discovered the indie podcast community where there's just so many great indie podcasts. I'm just going to give a quick shout out to the few that keep me laughing on a weekly basis, or like not just laughing, but entertained. We've got Neatcast.
Yes.
They're always fucking hilarious.
100 Things from Film.
100 Things We Learned from Film.
Yep.
And super familiar with the Wilsons. And they have teamed up with Be There with Belson, and they started a new podcast called, I believe it's Divided by a Common Language. And it's a quiz show where it's kind of America versus UK quiz show type thing, which is really funny. Chat Smash, of course. Drunk Theory, Scottish Murders. Designated Quizzers. Unchefed. There's so many. I know I'm missing a lot of you guys.
But we still love you.
Yeah. That really distracts me from work while I am at work. So thank you to all of you amazing indie podcasters who keep me sane during the week. Yes. That's mine.
Thank you.
Jay thanks you for keeping me somewhat sane so he doesn't have to hear me bitch every day, even though he still does. Come on.
I look forward to it. Like during the day, I'll get texts that are just like, oh my fucking God. And I'm like, oh, what happened now? I'll tell you when we get home. Cool.
Cool. Cool.
Cool. I need some gossip.
What's your weekly distraction?
My weekly distraction is some of you, I think some of the people know that I recently, like during COVID, during the lockdown, I basically watched YouTube and taught myself how to do like custom painting, like automotive painting.
Airbrushing and stuff, right?
Yeah, airbrushing. Mm-hmm. And then also using a paint gun and painting. I painted a guy's hood. I painted a guy's motorcycle. I painted my wheels. I painted my dashboard. I've painted a lot of stuff, like a bunch of stuff underneath my hood is all paint under the hood of my car because K is
12.
Yeah. And I'm not big on Twitter just because I'm stupid and I don't really know how to work it, or not that I don't know how to work it. I just haven't spent a lot of time on there. But on Twitter, I'll post some pictures of some of the custom paint that I've done. But my weekly distraction is the weather is starting to turn more favorable for painting, for doing the custom paint. And so I've been like watching YouTube videos of like prepping pieces to paint and painting pieces and the different types of paint you can use for different types of things. And so I've been gearing up for the warm weather so I can start painting again.
Are there any specific YouTubers you would recommend to any of our listeners who might be interested in that?
Most everything that I learned is a guy who has a YouTube, and I believe he's out of Alabama, and his YouTube channel is called Sprayway Customs. SPRAYWAYCUSTOMS. Sprayway Customs. When we got locked down, I had the wheels on my car were horrible. They were horrible. Kay hit a curb.
On the day you bought your car.
Yeah, about an hour after I bought the car, she hit a curb.
I scraped a curb.
Okay, well, same shit.
I felt horrible.
I know. You were crying. And I was just like, all right, well, there's nothing I can fucking do. But anyway, we got locked down on COVID and there was nothing to do. And I was like, my wheels were horrible. They were flat black, but I guess I used the wrong cleaner to clean them and it just hazed the wheel. So they were like flat black, right. But there was a white haze over top of it and it just looked like shit.
Yeah, it looked crappy.
It looked really bad. And so I went through like the dip your car where it's like the plastic dip that you spray on. And that stuff looked good for about a month. And then the heat of the brakes heating up the wheels just completely faded the paint. And I was like, okay, I need to paint these wheels professionally. And I don't know how to do that. So I went online and I was like, oh, professionally paint wheels. And I looked it up on YouTube and this guy's channel came up, Sprayway Customs. And he had like 5 or 6 different videos that were like over an hour long of him stepping you through the process of doing that. And that's where I learned. And I went and I got the cheapest gun they had at Harbor Freight and I painted my wheels. And since then I've gotten more expensive guns. Anyway, I'm basically making another podcast right now, but yeah, I'll post pictures on Twitter of the stuff that I've painted because I've painted quite a bit and it turns out really good. It's just a matter of taking the right steps and learning the right steps. But you're Sprayway Customs. That's the YouTube channel that I watched.
That's Jay's weekly distraction. He's really good. He can just watch a video and do it. He's very talented. If you would like to share what is distracting you, keeping your mind busy from work, you can hashtag weekly distractions on Twitter or Instagram or TikTok. So if y'all remember, in our season 3 opening episode, we read our winning story, reason number 3 from Lee Smith about the anchorman who got a facelift because the cameraman was reason number 3.
He's basically giving him shit the whole time.
We got an epilogue to that story sent to us. So I am going to read that right now.
And I haven't read this yet.
Yeah, this is new to you. Okay. Epilogue. I realize you folks have probably already recorded your podcast for Wednesday, but just for clarification, I figured I should do a brief follow-up. Whenever I tell that story, a common question is, if you were reason number 3, what were numbers 1 and 2? Well, nobody is certain, but his random complaints pointed in 2 obvious directions. First of all, his wife hassled him about his looks all the time. Damn, girl.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
Why is that still your wife?
Kind of hypocritical, too, because she looked significantly older than him. But whenever he made that argument to her, she simply said, I'm not the one on television. Game over.
Wow.
Damn. So it's a pretty clear assumption that the wife was reason number 1. They have since divorced, and he's remarried to someone younger and prettier.
Imagine that.
Likely due to a facelift. I mean, come on. Really? That's your... Whatever. Okay. Anyway, at the time of the story, a very young woman had just been hired to be his co-anchor. Remember, we were talking about the special kind of ego of news anchors.
Mm-hmm.
And the younger she looked, the older he looked. So that is alleged reason number 2. Like I say, he never declared these reasons. However, they both make better sense than some smart-ass camera guy doing a playful video roast.
Well, I mean, like, it's not confirmed, but
pretty
were
solid
reason
reasons.
number 3. And if the guy you work with every day is making fun of you, like dressing up like you, and you don't like the way doing the bags under your eyes, and you don't like the way he's dressing up like you, and he was only reason number 3. I mean, reason number 1 has got to be at home,
right?
Whether it's your shitty fucking kids giving you shit all the time, like watching your show and then texting you like, Dad, what the fuck? Like, who did your makeup?
Dad, you look old.
Dad's old.
Oh my God. That Geico commercial. Yeah. Oh, he looks more and more like Dad every day. Dad's old. Sorry to our non-US listeners. It's a insurance company commercial.
Anywho, drink.
Thank you, Lee, for the epilogue.
That's
great. We are now going to break.
Yes.
To hear a promo from a fellow podcaster. This is from the Offtopia cult, and they talk about kind of the process of writing, music, art, different subjects along that line.
Culty stuff.
Yeah.
Like getting people to... Never mind.
They make all their listeners drink Flavorade.
Yes. Wear Nikes.
Okay. Let's break and listen to that.
Check out the Offtopia podcast where we discuss art, music, and writing. The show is available on all major platforms, and consider joining our Discord and meeting our community. Offtopia. Can't stop, won't stop.
All right, go check those guys out. That is Offtopia Cult.
Yeah, go give them a listen. All right, now we are going to get into some workplace stories. The theme today is food service industry. This is in honor of our episode next week.
Yes.
Of which we will get into what that is at the end of the podcast. So, food service industry stories.
We're not gonna tell you.
You're gonna have to guess.
Na 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 na.
Okay, so Jay's got a story for us. You want to read it?
So the name of this story is Food Service Industry.
Exclamation point.
Exclamation point. So I guess food service industry. Yeah. Hoo-yah. Hey guys. It's not Madison, but Chrissy Talon Sage from Madison on the Air. Thought I'd share with you one of my favorite food service stories that has a very satisfying ending.
Did she eat all the food? That sounds satisfying. I might be hungry.
Picture it. Caribou Coffee, the Midwest wannabe Starbucks, circa 1997.
Aw, shit.
We were a nice getaway from the corporate-run Starbucks with a fireplace, big comfy couches, and communal tables to share. Our store was located smack in the middle of Chicago's Boys Town, and we were affectionately known as the gay living room.
Is Boys Town, is that the gay area of Chicago?
I have no idea.
It makes sense. Okay.
It could be. But
I love Chicago, by the way.
We went there once. It was nice.
It was fun.
But as with all city areas that the gay community puts their hard work into renovating, it moves the entitled yuppies.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry. In moves the entitled yuppies.
Oh, yeah.
So one very hot and humid summer day, I'm working register. Note, this was long before cell phones, and even debit cards were fairly new. So we still were taking majority cash payments from customers. Well, a very masculine... Oh.
Masculine degeneration.
These fucking beers. This is why I don't drink IPAs all the time. This is why I drink Coors Light.
I know.
Well, a very
Where?
muscular gay man.
No. You can do it. I have faith.
Okay. Well, a very muscular gay man, an obvious fitness devotee, came in wearing what could only be described as a nylon jogging Speedo.
Wait, what?
Fuck no.
That's all he was wearing into a coffee shop?
This avid exercise enthusiast was so wet with sweat. Oh, I'm sorry. This avid exercise enthusiast was so wet with sweat that he made you want to check out the window to see if a sudden downpour hadn't surprised the city.
Why am I picturing like Richard Simmons here?
Yeah, no shit. In a Speedo.
Aww.
When it came time to pay me, he pulled a 20 from the front of his pressed on, sweat-soaked Speedo. Fuck no. I would have taken the till out of the fucking register and just been like, put it in there and get your own change.
Makes you wish you had like tongs to take people's money with. Wait a minute. I'm just having a vague memory of someone I worked with actually doing that. Where the fuck was that?
What, like taking the till out?
No, tongs.
Oh, taking
people's money with tongs.
Yeah, that would be fucking awesome. Was it a movie?
No.
It should be.
I feel like this was a memory from In-N-Out Burger because we had the little tongs that went in for the lemon wedges for the iced tea. And I had just recalled this memory of her taking people's money with the tongs, which makes sense because money is fucking disgusting.
Oh, yeah. Money's dirty as fuck.
Okay, let's get back to the story.
So when it came time to pay me, he pulled a 20 from the front of his pressed on, sweat-soaked Speedo. Golly, thanks. Fortunately, my register had an open bill space that allowed me to separate this man's DNA from the rest of my currency. And God willing, hopefully let it dry off before I had to count out my register at the end of my shift. Wouldn't it be funny if like these places had like a fucking clothesline?
Just hang out money.
Especially like, I think it should be something where like when people... If a Starbucks or this place or a McDonald's is next to a gym,
yeah,
there should be a fucking clothesline for the fuck faces who come in
with wet money.
Yeah, with their ass sweat money.
What if someone like pulled it out of their ass crack?
Yeah, and also there's like a $10 surcharge to hang your fucking stupid shit up.
Yeah. Well, nowadays it's, most people don't have cash.
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
What if we don't have maps?
What if what?
You're that dumb fucking Miss Teen Tennessee. Most U.S. citizens don't have maps.
Oh, yeah.
The Kuwait. Okay. Such as
the Kuwaiti citizens.
Oh, God bless her. I bet she's a millionaire.
No,
now.
He did not.
Okay, go on.
Okay, so some time had gone by, and in walks the queen of the yuppies, an early Karen, back when we just called them bitches. She clearly thrived on belittling anyone she deemed of lower status. And certainly the bouncy blonde girl behind the counter was a savory target. She complained, she demanded, she threatened. If it was within 50 miles of our coffee shop, she wanted it changed to her satisfaction, and she wanted it changed now.
She can eat all the dicks.
And then the most beautiful thing happened. It was like the heavens opened up and God smiled on this little barista and said, "Don't worry, I got this." The queen bee of the yuppies paid with a 50 that needed change. And that change was a 20 sweaty, ball sweat, ass crack dollar bill. No, that's not what it said.
Did you indulge in that?
Yeah, I did. But, and that change was a $20 bill. It was dry by then, only a tad bit curled on the edges. She yanked it out of my hands with another explosion of, "I'll have your job for breathing."
Okay.
I feel like this is an old lady. That's why I did that voice.
I don't have
because
your job.
They're usually cunts.
Wow.
Oh, sorry.
I don't know. I feel like Karens are just like she said, bitches. Entitled fucking bitches.
Yeah. I'll have your job for breathing, and stuffed it into her wallet. It touched her fingers. It now lingered with her credit cards, driver's license, and pictures of her unfortunate family. It mingled with her coins and pressed up against her lipstick, face powder, house keys.
Just getting into it.
I know. Well, I mean, the way she's wording it, I feel like it should be like, you know, you're reading one of those articles from like Penthouse or Playboy or something.
And then it touched my house keys.
Yeah. Stuffed it into her wallet.
Yeah.
It touched her fingers. It now lingered with her credit cards, driver's license, and pictures of her unfortunate family. It mingled with her coins and pressed up against her lipstick, face powder, house keys. It was now in its new home, rubbing its glorious ball sweat self all over her life. And that little story will always make me smile to recount it. Chris, a.k.a. Madison.
Thank you for that.
Booyakasha.
That was a great story.
It was.
That bitch deserved that sweaty ball sack.
It's too bad she
note.
Did. Like, the only thing that would have made this story better is if, like, the woman grabbed the money and her hands were full. Yeah, and like folded it and put it in her mouth to hold it so she could get shit with both of her hands.
If any idiot puts money in their mouth, they deserve what's coming to them because money is fucking gross. And on that note, do you want to get into our next food service industry story? This story is entitled Cringe Boss, but I just want to make note of the name of the email account that this came from because it is probably the best name I have ever seen. Puckernut Dorftrottel.
This guy automatically wins.
You win life, Puckernut Dorftrottel.
How did I not notice this when
I don't know.
God damn it.
Okay. So this story is called Cringe Boss. Hey, J&K. This is Tim from Against All Oddities, another great indie podcast you should all check out.
Yes.
And I have a cringe boss foodish story for you. We'll see how this goes because apparently I can't say words today. So hopefully this works out.
Yeah, I think that's why I took the long one.
When I was 16, around 1999. Fuck
oh
me.
My fucking God. 1999.
Okay. When I was 16, around 1999-ish, my brother Chris, also on Against All Oddities, had
Oddities.
been shit fucking ass crack motherfucker.
Do you want to just drink your beer and I'll read the stories?
Nope.
Okay.
I got it. My brother Chris, also on Against All Oddities, had been electrocuted at a job developing film, and he then wisely changed his high school career path to that of a much safer ice cream scoop master at Baskin-Robbins.
And then he got electrocuted.
And then he got lactose intolerance.
By trying to flip off one of the breakers with the ice cream scoop in his hand.
Oh my God. I like high school career path. Okay. I followed his lead and he got me a job there to replace him as he had just graduated high school. Baskin-Robbins as a job was great. Hanging out with friends and eating ice cream. Fuck yeah. I would, yeah. Most of the customers were low stress, easy to deal with. Here's a scoop, here's a milkshake. If they had a problem, we'd refund their $2 to $5. The owner, ... was interesting.
Oh, dang.
Nice enough, I guess. He'd crack a bad joke and disappear for most of the day and come back out to help us close. He was probably in his 50s and a bit pear-shaped. His hair was his hair was long.
I'm sorry. I'm going to cut you off.
Okay.
That's the nicest way of calling someone a fat fuck I've ever heard.
pleasantly plump? Does it
no,
matter?
I think a bit well, pleasantly plump is.
Does it?
Yeah. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. We can cut this out.
Does it matter what his shape was? Okay. His hair was long, down to his chin, and always very greasy. I'm guessing he showered on a monthly basis, and I wish that were an exaggeration.
Wait a minute. His hair was long down to his chin?
Down to his chin? Yeah.
So was
like
he like length? Cousin It, where he wore his hair all in the front?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Cool. I'm guessing you showered on a monthly basis, and I wish that were an exaggeration. We all wore the same black shirts, and getting in and out of the freezers would leave different colored ice cream marks for the shift. My boss's shirt would have the same ice cream stain pattern for weeks because he wore the same shirt every day until you could tell the shirt had a weight to it. Like it became sweat heavy. God damn it. Why?
That's a man right there.
No, that's gross.
No,
Why?
you just turned that bitch inside out.
No.
Don't change
but
it.
Listen. Okay, wait. But listen. I never understood why he didn't grab a new one because there were tons of new shirts in the back. So you could switch them out as much as possible. And he just didn't.
This is a pear-shaped manager working with a bunch of skinny little fucking high school kids.
We don't know what the high school kids look like.
We do now.
Jay's painting a picture. So he could have grabbed a new shirt, but he just wore the same one because he was gross. If he came out during a shift, he'd rub his back on the door frame to scratch it and make like bear noises, question mark.
Would his bottom lip go? You ever seen how bears do that?
Then go back to his office. Other notable qualities were claiming to be dyslexic, but this only applied to our paychecks, which would magically turn from $92 to $62. Oh, that's not
dyslexic. That's just stupid. Dyslexic is 92 to 29.
Dyslexic can be all kinds of weird stuff.
Oh yeah, they can flip the 9.
It can float all over the place.
I wasn't shaming dyslexic.
No, I know,
people.
but I think he was just a cheap fuck. He was trying to swindle some high school kids.
He was the manager. Was he the owner? He was the manager.
No, I think he said owner. The owner.
He was the owner.
Yep.
Oh yeah, he was a piece of shit.
Yeah, he was a fuckface. Okay. 2 stories about him stick out. One, he had acquired a laptop and the internet. When was 1999. So this was early on. Okay. He was very proud of his newfound technology and would stay locked in his office, I'm sure, exploring all the wonders that AOL had to offer.
That motherfucker was watching porn. No, he wasn't even watching porn because in 1999, it was really hard to watch porn.
It was just slowly downloading the naked picture.
Yeah, the naked picture.
Line by line.
Because in 1999, you had those modems that were like, I know.
You do know, I'm sure. Where was I? Do you remember getting the AOL discs in the mail all the time?
You've got mail.
Okay, so exploring all the wonders that AOL had to offer. After close, I was mopping the floor and he came out of his office and said, "Hey, Tim, come here. Check this out." He then proceeded to unsuccessfully look up porn. There you go. I kept telling him, "It's fine. You're good. I'm going to go finish mopping." But he was pretty insistent I needed to see whatever this was. Blech. Why does this man feel like he needs to share this with teenage boys? That is horrifying.
Well, he was grooming.
Ew, I'm sorry, Tim. I hope you escaped. Alas, after 5 horribly awkward minutes, the best he could find was a Pamela Anderson lookalike for hire in LA.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Parentheses, we're not in California.
Like, it's not even the real thing.
Days later, he found pornographic success by finding a 1980s poster-type nudie picture, printed it out, and forgot who he was showing porn to, maybe because he gave it to another 16-year-old that worked there who was like, "What the fuck did I just get?" I said nothing and let him have his nudie bonus to himself.
Nudie bonus?
Jesus fucking
or
Christ.
Nudie boner?
He was like, I docked your paycheck $30 because I have dyslexia, but here is a nude picture to make up for it.
Here's a nude picture.
Please don't call the cops. Thank you.
Asshole. You realize you could have gone down to your local Harley shop and they had a calendar with 12 different pictures already printed out.
Of actual Pamela Anderson.
Of like chicks with their tits hanging out and shit. Like, you know, scissor and a motorcycle.
That's right, everybody. That was the 90s. Okay.
Good old 90s.
Boy. Second thing was, when closing, he liked to be the one to clean out the soft serve machine. This involved draining out all the soft serve into a large bucket.
Where's this going?
Well, let's see.
All right.
This involved draining out all the soft serve into a large bucket and then rinsing the machine with hot water. He had to be up on a ladder to do this so he could see into the top of the machine. While he was cleaning it after the store closed one night, he looked at me and I don't know what he was going to say, but it started with the letter F. He pronounced it with enough gusto that his false front tooth that I didn't know was fake at the time came flying out, did a couple backflips, and landed in the soft serve.
My arms are raised right now and I'm pumping them.
He is...
because
God
this guy
damn.
is the shit. Who the fuck would not want to work for a company that this guy owned?
God. It was funny. It was sad. It was gross.
I can imagine it now. My daddy always told me I was going to be something, but shit, my tooth. I never thought I had so many employees with me.
Oh, God. The next 20 to 30 minutes, he had to empty the machine and root through the bucket until he found his tooth again. It was funnier than maybe it should have been because he was grumbling like Joe Pesci in Home Alone. Raza friggin' stupid friggin' fucking friggin'.
With my goddamn I can't find my fucking tooth. Every goddamn time I get sort of the fucking shit flies out my mouth.
Listen to this. It took over a month before the tooth found its home again.
Hey, Baskin and Robbins.
Were they serving fucking soft serve?
You motherfuckers should be shut down.
Hoping a customer didn't get this fucking tooth. It was probably just in a bucket, right? Because I'm gonna err on the side of it was drained into a bucket that didn't go to customers.
It went behind one of the machines. They thought it went in the bucket. It was found behind one of the machines.
Boy, thanks for all you two do. Can't wait for season 3 of Fuck My Work Life. We are in the middle of it, Tim. Thank you.
Yes.
Go listen.
That was a fucking great story. I want to meet disgusting. The owner of this place. If he's still alive. I'm guessing he's not.
I do not want to meet that man. Thank you, Tim, from Against All Oddities. Go check out their podcast. That's it for our work stories today. I'm like making the habit of just dropping my iPad when we're done with stories.
I'm not allowed to hit my fucking pizzo in the middle of the podcast, but she can make whatever noises she wants.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
Well, I run shit.
So thank you everyone for your food industry stories. If you guys have more of those, send them to us. We want to hear them. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be a themed episode. Send your freaking stories.
Yes, please send us stories. You know, we've got a lot of stories this season that could carry us quite a way through the season, but you know, we feel like we give you pretty good content, you know, and
I don't know. People say they like us.
We try to get paid. No.
No,
we just want to hear your stories.
Yeah, send your stories. We love them. People love them. We can all be comrades in this work life together.
I mean, I think the majority of us work. Yeah.
Send your stories. I'm drunk.
Send your stories. I'm drunk too.
Okay, so we are back on the weirdest jobs by state portion. Okay. Number 9 is going to be good because it's fucking Florida. We all know about Florida.
Yeah.
Even if you aren't in the United States, you probably know about Florida.
Yeah. Just Google Florida man.
Yeah.
I mean, I think everyone has Google, right? No matter where.
Yes, everyone has Google. I think it's global.
Well, don't fucking say it like that, like I'm stupid.
Stupid is as stupid does.
Can't fix stupid.
Okay.
Okay. Number 9. Florida. Weirdest job. Rocket recovery technician.
Okay.
That's pretty weird.
That's weird.
Elon Musk's SpaceX company has a job opening in Cape Canaveral for a recovery technician, someone who goes to retrieve the parts of the company's Falcon 9, the Falcon Heavy, and Dragon space capsules that are detached during flight. Rocket recovery workers must be willing to work at sea and at heights up to 300 feet. That's pretty weird.
Yeah. So, I mean, I guess you would have to be dive certified. Are you diving into the ocean looking for these fucking things?
I have no idea.
Okay. I don't either.
It doesn't go any further than that. I mean,
right.
It says at heights up to 300 feet, but that's a height. Like, I'm guessing.
Where? But wait. Okay.
So, okay.
Wait a minute.
So, no.
Where are they recovering things 300 feet into the air?
Okay. Let me clue you in because I just remembered this.
Mm-hmm.
Elon Musk, obviously an alien, not of the human species, just, making his way
downtown.
His rockets, they launch, and the parts that come back down, they land on a pad. So this pad is in the middle of an ocean, and it lands and bink, like lands standing up. So you would be 300 feet up in the air, hooking this rocket up.
Okay.
To, I don't know.
You're just
to do some shit. No, you think I'm bullshitting right now.
Just go for it.
You think I'm bullshitting right now, but if you look up like SpaceX, recovery, like rocket recovery, because
how would a piece of rocket specifically land
on
an elevated source?
Okay, so you have a rocket launch, right? Mm-hmm. You have a rocket launch, and you have the capsule that is at the top of a rocket,
right?
And then you have the
head
actual
of the penis.
Yes, the head of the penis.
Okay.
And then you have the actual like rocket boosters on the side of that actually boost it
right
out of our atmosphere. Right? So those boosters are detached.
Right. And that's what you're recovering.
And those are coming back down and landing on a pad. And they're probably 300 feet high. I wouldn't be surprised if they're
So are those controlled, or is it a free fall?
Yeah, well, it's I don't think they're controlled by people on the ground. I think they're controlled by computers.
By aliens?
Yeah, well, by Elon Musk, because he's a fucking alien.
Okay.
and like, I think it's just programmed in that they will, come down and
at
land.
A certain whatever.
Yeah.
There's engineers and shit that probably plan that stuff.
Yeah. And also aliens.
Great. So Josh and Amanda from Super Familiar with the Wilsons, if you're looking for a new job, that's available to you in Florida.
That's right.
Or in anyone else in Florida.
You can, as long as you're not afraid of heights up to 300 feet.
Or diving in the sea. What's next? Georgia,
number 10. Weirdest job, chicken sexer. And for you weird motherfuckers, it's not what you think.
I'm going to have sex with this chicken.
Okay.
No, this is actually very sad, but go ahead.
Georgia has one of the largest poultry industries in the country. Chicken sexers, or poultry sorters, are needed to quickly determine whether newborn chicks will be hens or roosters. It's not going any further than that, but we all know what happens.
We know what happens to the roosters.
Yeah.
They get ground up alive.
Yep.
Enjoy your chicken, everyone.
Yep. So good. Number 11, Hawaii.
Oh, wait, I want to guess.
I know.
I want to guess.
Okay.
Does it have to do with surfing? Does it have to do with pineapple picking?
It has to do with water.
Volcanoes.
Oh my God, you're so fucking racist.
What? Why is that racist?
Yeah. Oh, because Hawaii, it's got to be surfing or pineapples.
I'm sorry, the Dole plant is in fucking Hawaii, motherfucker. That's not racist.
Whatever.
What is it?
Golf ball diver.
Oh, that's dumb.
The island state of Hawaii has dozens of golf courses, many near the ocean. Golf balls are bad for underwater ecosystems, so people are needed to dive and retrieve the errant balls.
That's a full-time job?
Looks like it.
I mean, I'd be down for that. Live in Hawaii and just fucking dive for golf balls all day.
I'm guessing you'd have to be like a certified diver.
Well, of course. Yeah, because that shit's going to float to the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah.
But how far out could they possibly go? Right? It's not like deep sea diving.
How shitty are people at golf? Well, let me answer.
How shitty and powerful?
Really fucking shitty, because I am shitty at golf. The first time I went and played golf on that little 3-hole course, there's like
3-hole course?
3-hole golf course. Like it's like
is it like a 15-minute game?
18 holes, but or a
par.
Three.
Par. Okay.
Yeah, par 3 course. Sorry.
Okay.
It's like 18 holes, but par 3 on each one. And I would get like my smallest club every fucking time I swung. Now, granted, 50 feet from the edge of the course was a senior community. And every time I would swing my golf club, everybody would be like, oh shit. And then you hear dong, because it'd be fucking ringing off the top of a trailer.
Yeah.
It was great.
Okay, what's next?
Number 12, we have Idaho.
Potato picker.
I mean,
potato sexer.
That would be like the most common job.
This is
Idaho. A potato sexer.
This is a
right?
male potato.
Or it could be other things. Oh, yeah.
Mashed potato maker.
Ooh.
I would like that job.
No.
Okay.
Their weirdest job is avalanche forecaster.
In Idaho?
I guess.
Did you hear my throat make that weird noise?
I did that. I did.
You did that? Okay. Okay. Avalanche predictor?
Avalanche forecasters determine avalanche risk by testing the snow's structure. And Idaho plays an important role in keeping skiers and hikers safe nationwide.
What? Okay.
Nationwide? What, did their fucking mountains stretch all the way to the East Coast?
If there's an avalanche in Idaho, you're fucked in
I bet because
Washington.
They're north enough, their mountains have snow on them all the time, so they're able to study the snow constantly and know like
okay. I'm gonna
and other stuff.
Yeah, they're gonna know sciencey stuff.
The U.S. Forest Service's National Avalanche Center, located in Ketchum, Idaho, coordinates avalanche forecasts from all 16 such U.S. centers to determine which mountains and ski slopes are at risk of avalanche.
Okay.
Cool.
Great. Go pick some potatoes.
It seems like, I don't think that seems weird. I just, like, a lot of these jobs don't seem weird. They seem cool.
But kind of weird.
Yeah, but weird, like
Hi,
not,
I'm an avalanche
not
forecaster.
a huge amount of people do this job.
That's very strange. All right, so if you live in any of those states and you think you have a weirder job than that, let us know. You can send us an email or send us a message on Twitter or Instagram at FMWWellPod. That is it for our episode today. We have a special episode coming up next week where we have Brendan as a special guest. He is from the Unchefed podcast.
Yes.
It's going to be a slightly different kind of episode.
Yeah.
I'm going to say we sat down with Brendan virtually and had a almost 3-hour conversation, and a lot of it went off on the rails. So, but it was all very interesting. Any of the cool conversations that were cut from the actual episode will be available for bonus content on our Patreon. But anyway, tune in next week for our episode with special guest Brendan from Unchefed.
Yeah, it was a fun episode.
Yeah.
We had a good time.
He's a very interesting guy.
We say it's a little different. we're not telling work stories. It was more of a picking his brain as a chef.
I mean, I feel like a lot of it was just kind of food related talk.
And we were fun.
Yeah, we drank a lot. It was fine. We had a lot of fun. So go check.
Yeah.
Well, tune in next week for that. Thank you everyone for listening this week. Send us your stories. Do that stuff.
Yes.
We love you.
Love you.
Bye, fuckers.
Bye.
If you have a workplace story you'd like to share, email it to us at fmwlpod@gmail.com or call the rant line at 310-818-3273.
You can find Fuck My Work Life on all major podcast platforms. If you like our podcast, please consider giving us a 5-star rating on Apple, Spotify, Good Pods, or Podchaser.
If you'd like to become a patron, check out our Patreon, where you can get access to all kinds of fun perks like swag, bonus content, and virtual happy hours.
And of course, please remember to support indie podcasts. They're working hard to provide amazing content for you.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Until next week. Bye, fuckers.